A couple of years ago, I made a video about the Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, where I asked an important question. Does Zelda 2 suck? And that video went on to be my best performance video on this channel. So I'm back this year with another important question about Zelda. Is The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, really that good? Many fans praise it as one of the best Zelda games, even the best 2D Zelda games. And some Zelda fans even rate it higher than Ocarina of Time. But is it as good as everyone says it is? Today we find out whether or not A Link to the Past lives up to the hype that has been generated for the past 3 decades. And God help me if I don't like it, as I'm sure Zelda fans will want to nail me to the wall. This is TJ Reviews episode 67, A Link to the Past. Right out of the gate, the game always produces a strong aura with its title screen and introduction music. From there, we're taken to Link's home where his father, at least I think it's his father, goes on a quest to rescue Princess Zelda from the dungeons of the castle. We find him in the castle and take his sword and shield and embark on the quest to rescue the princess. Now, long-term fans will notice this is the first time we rescue Princess Zelda at the beginning of the game instead of the end like in the originals, showing that there was a lot more to the game than just rescuing Zelda. Anyway, once you have your weapons, you can attack with the B button and use your shield to block some attacks. The Y button uses your secondary weapon like the boomerang, S takes you to the map, Start takes you to the inventory select screen, and A allows you to pick up pots and talk to people. From there, you explore the castle until you find Zelda in the dungeons and make quick work and for God by throwing pots at him. You then get the Master Key and unlock Zelda's cell and escort her out of the castle through a secret passage found in the throne room. After that, you're going through dark tunnels and fighting rats and snakes. Now, if I wanted to nitpick, I would say that rescuing Princess Zelda at the beginning of Link to the Past works against the game because it feels like the main objective has already been completed. But the game answered this by saying that you have to stop the evil wizard, whose name I can't pronounce, and get the Master Sword. After you leave the castle, you have to find a descendant of the 7 wise men, and then eventually leads you to the first dungeon of the game. Like any good Zelda game, you're going through dungeons, solving puzzles, and finding the items you need to get to the Master Sword and then stop the evil wizard. Which just turns out to be Ganon again, which I think was the point, but after building up this new feeling, it's kind of disappointing that we should see Ganon at the end again. It's kind of like how Mario 2 introduced us to a new big bad only for Mario 3 to go back to Bowser. The basic story is the evil wizard trying to break the seal of the 7 wise men, and he's using girls like Zelda to complete the task. Link is sent on a quest to save Hyrule for him, and to do that he needs the Master Sword. Graphics are also very good. It seems like every time I play a game from the Super Nintendo library, I notice how impressive the graphics still are even to this day. Unless you already knew, you would never think this was made clear back in 1991 on a retro console like the Super Nintendo. You would think it was made today. And of course, the game music is iconic, just like the Super Mario franchise. I really can't think of much in terms of flaws. The game isn't broken by any stretch of the imagination. The controls are responsive, the gameplay is fluid, and everything makes sense. The puzzles and finding out what to do next can be a bit cryptic, but having played the original 2 games, I already know that's par for the course. So, coming to the conclusion of this video, will I say the game is as good as they say? Yes. Will I rate it above Ocarina of Time, which is my personal favorite of the franchise? No. But I would say that it's definitely a worthy number 2. So overall, A Link to the Past is definitely worth the hype. I can see why many Zelda fans will rate it as their favorite 2D Zelda, or even favorite Zelda in general. Everything works in its favor, and it puts the Super Nintendo on another level after titles like Super Mario World and Super Metroid. The question for the comments today is, where will you rate A Link to the Past in the Zelda franchise? Let me know, and as always, I will see you next time. Many Zelda fans rate it as one of the best Zelda games. I'm rating it as the number... crap. Now, if I wanted to nitpick, I would say that rescuing Princess Zelda at the beginning of the game works against A Link to the Past,